Welcome to this week's Community Update. I'm Brooklyn Kaufman, and here with me today is Superintendent Dr. Joanne Fay. Thank you so much and welcome.
Thank you for having me.
We have a lot of great things going on in our district, so why don't we start out with the many successes that our fine arts and athletes have been having.
Yeah, so I actually brought a list with me today so that I didn't forget. And we have tennis. Both of our tennis teams from Heritage and from Midlothian High School are bi-district champions, and so we're very proud of them. Cross country at Midlothian High School. I was corrected. I thought they were 3-time district champions, but they are actually 4-time in a row district champions, and that is something I'm okay being corrected on. So Coach Foster and Coach Johnson corrected me on that early on. The boys also will advance to regionals with a 3rd place finish this past week. Heritage boys finished 2nd in district, and they had 2 individual girls that advanced to the regionals. In volleyball, the Panthers are the district champions and the Heritage Jaguars are co-champions. They will actually be playing off a game for seeding in the playoffs on the 29th, which is next Friday at 6 o'clock in Kennedale. And so we wish them luck on that, and so we hope that they win that game so that they can get a good seed for the playoffs. Both bands advanced to the area competition as well, and the cabinet as well as myself was able to go to that competition because we didn't have students in our buildings on that day, and so we felt like it would be a good idea to go. Just completely flabbergasted with the performance and was so blessed to have witnessed such great performance by them and all the hard work that they put in the early morning hours after school and all that. And then coming up, we do have the Fine Arts program, the fall, I believe they're the musicals or the plays that are in the fall. Heritage is performing Clue on October 29th and the 30th, and the Panthers are performing Shrek on November 5th and the 7th. And so lots of great things happening with our high school kids. I'm sure that we could name all the wonderful things happening at our middle schools and our elementary schools as well, but I don't have those in front of me today. So.
Yeah, that is a lot to be excited about, but let's go ahead and move to the classroom, or at least the virtual classroom.
Yeah, so in our last community update, I believe that we did mention that we were going to move forward with a virtual platform so that we had an opportunity for kids that were more in a immunocompromised position to have the opportunity to select a virtual classroom if that's what they so choose to do. So we did open that application. We did have 31 students who selected that. There was lots of stipulations that the state put on that. But we are moving forward with it, and we're excited about that so that we can learn from that platform. If there was anything about the COVID year that was a silver lining is that some kids learn really well in that environment, and so we are opening it up for K through 6 students this year with the plan and intention of learning from that so that we might open it up for K-12 next year. Depending on what the state decides to do with that. But yes, we are moving forward with it, and we should launch on November 1st for the students that selected that option. There is a parent component to that that we want our parents to be aware of. So there's a significant amount of coaching that will be involved with that. And so, but those parents that selected that for their children will be engaged in that conversation coming up. And so we're excited to be able to select that for our kids.
Wow, that's really amazing. I know our enrollment is way up from last year, but what about the attendance rate?
Yeah, so we are a little bit challenged there. We have some concerns. Normally, Midlothian ISD ranks among some of the highest attendance rates in the region. In addition, I think that Jim Norris has shared that we're normally up around the 97-98% range, and that is significant. Meaning that our parents and our community places a high value on sending kids to school, and public education is a value to them. What we're seeing this year, which we have not seen in traditional years in the past, is that our attendance rate is hovering around 94 to 95%. We know that has something to do with when they're out for COVID or been exposed to COVID, that they're having to quarantine for 10 days, but we're seeing a significant decrease in attendance on days like Fridays and Mondays, which is different than the 10-day period of being out. So we're just wanting to reinforce that attendance matters in our district, and to reinforce to our families that when your students are in schools, that they're learning, and we want that to be important, and we want them in our buildings, and we look forward to having them back in massive numbers.
I know that there was a board meeting last week, and our board heard about a brand new partnership with Tarleton that's really exciting. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, so we have had Tarleton as a higher ed partner to our district for a few years. And Tarleton's president met with us a few weeks ago to talk about a partnership that would allow for the top 25% of our students to be admitted without having the SAT and ACT scores submitted, to waive the application fee and things like that, and with a guaranteed, I believe, $1,000 basically scholarship award. When we met with them, we had some beliefs about our student body, and we asked them to go back and look at some data about how well all of our kids do at Tarleton State, and the president came back with a figure that was MOU figure that stated that the possibility of 33% of our students being automatically admitted without looking at ACT and SAT, and so we're excited about that. We presented the item of information to our board this past Monday, and we're going to take that hopefully to our board for action in the regular meeting coming up in November. So we're excited about that, and that's going to be huge for our students at Midlothian ISD high schools, both at Heritage and Midlothian High School, and so we want that to be a strong partnership so that all of our kids can get a 4-year degree if that's what they want.
Yeah, that's really exciting. I believe the Education Foundation recently held a golf tournament and is about to award some teaching grants. I know they do great work. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, the Midlothian Education Foundation has been such a strong partner to the Midlothian ISD. Just recently they did have a golf tournament. But they also are getting ready to award some mini grants. They're called STEM mini grants. They're going to award right under $13,000 worth of grants that range up to $500 a piece. I believe we had right at 33 applications that were submitted from teachers, and they're awarding 28 mini grants to our teachers, and so we're excited about that. And they are also getting ready to launch the big innovative grants, which range anywhere from $2,500 to $5,000. And so the partnership has been wonderful. The Education Foundation supports teachers throughout the year, not only through grants, but through supporting appreciation weeks and coming back to school, special weeks for principals and things like that. And so we're always going to appreciate them, acknowledge them, but in particular today we're just very thankful for that, and our teachers are very deserving, and when they support our teachers through grants for our students, that's just a huge partnership that we want to acknowledge, and so we're very thankful.
Awesome, that's all the time we have for you today. Thank you so much, Dr. Fay, for being with us. Please check back next week for another community update.